Hello everyone and welcome back to Canary Central Channel. Today we'll be talking about, Southampton losing to Norwich City, and what a game that was. The first half was, very, very tense, and it looked like Southampton could have easily gone 2-0 up with a brilliant free kick from Manning. And it looks similar to how he did it against Wrexham. And oh my gosh, literally pelted it and hit the crossbar. We were so lucky not to concede there within the first 2 minutes of the game. Harry Darling getting booked again, which is getting really worrying now for the yellow card record he's got. He's got 6 yellow cards now because we've got to be really careful with this whole suspension thing, because it could obviously impact us, as well as the injury front, especially. Kavis Gordon did come back for today's game with Josh Sargent obviously out, and Kenny McLean actually started surprisingly, even though he did get subbed off due to potential injury at Sheffield United. But the penalty that Southampton were awarded, Vladan Kovacevic saved the day once again, and what a save that was. It was almost like he was literally playing FIFA. He literally exactly got the ball perfectly within his palms and pelted it away. And literally I was sitting there, I was like, we're going to concede this. This is Adam Armstrong, for crying out loud. And he misses, and I'm like, whew. But overall, what a game. As well, Yovan Makama saves the day. Super Yovan Makama. I think that's 7 goals now this season for him, similar to what Antti Sunak did last season. And obviously we know now that he can definitely do it when he's playing in the right position. I mean, he has scored, I think, 3 goals now under the Felipe Clement era. I think it's the most scored, I think, tied with Oscar Schwartau, I think. No, not tied, but yeah. Anyway, so I think that was a brilliant display there. The players played incredibly well. Passing play, as always, has been tremendous. We seem to be easily able to get those balls up the field. And I think having that left back instead of having Tony Springett playing that out of position, having Crescenzi back in there has worked tremendously. And obviously the starting 11 today, yes, it wasn't the best lineup we had, but we beat the odds. We defined the odds by beating Southampton, who literally were fighting for the playoffs for that game if they did win that game. And because I believe they had gone unbeaten in they'd won 6 out of their 7 games. Southampton did under Eckert, and obviously we've had a bit of topsy-turvy sort of couple of weeks, but still I think this is looking really confident now. And I mean, I think ever since Felipe Clement came in, even though that Birmingham City game was an absolute fluke, it was an anomaly, doesn't matter, we are not talking about that. I think we are playing incredibly well, and I think we can survive this season. Even if it's just by a point, I think we are going to survive. If not, I think if we finish mid-table, it'll be incredible. Josh Sargent hopefully will be coming back, I think, for next week's game, and I do hope we can do it against Preston. But other than that, I think Southampton was incredible. They did certainly turn up when we did concede that goal, but to be honest, Yovan Makama was at fault for Southampton's goal, but that's we're going to remove that because he made it up. He made up for it with those 2 goals. But absolutely tremendous game out there today, and I am really proud of the boys out there as well. We did it. I mean, the crowd went mental. I just can't believe that we have done it. It was something. Yeah. Can we survive though? Obviously, I think we can, but I know some people don't think we can. But anyway, that's all for today as well. Norwich City win 2-1 at Carrow Road against Southampton. And can we do it against Preston North End? Find out in our next video, when we're going to be talking about, can we beat Preston North End after a tremendous start to the season? Cheers and goodbye. Come on, Yellows.